Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Honey Soul Child Bottega channel. I am your chakra priestess here, and I'm doing a Capricorn reading because it is Capricorn season. Okay, the solar plexus chakra is in effect for this season because that is the chakra that is associated with the Capricorns. Keep in mind, all readings on my channel are for entertainment purposes only. Due to everything is not set in stone because of free will. However, you can take the message and apply it to your situation on whatever sees fit. And if it doesn't apply, let it fly. It's a lot of Capricorn energies running around within the next, basically, week. We have, of course, Capricorn season starting. Winter solstice have started. As well as the new moon in Capricorn is tomorrow. Because I'm recording this on the 22nd. As well as the Mercury retrograde is going to be in the sign of Capricorn. So, ooh, very, very Capricorn all the way through. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we have gardens. Something lovely will grow from this. And this was at the bottom of the deck for Sagittarius season, if I'm not mistaken. So if you're a Sagittarius or you have Sagittarius placements, go check out that Sagittarius reading. Two cards came out for Capricorn season. We have one of them as dragons. Slay them all. Slay them. I don't know who you slay. Capricorns. I don't know who y'all slaying. Okay, for this season. But you may be on the side where you mentally want to slay anyone who is in your pathway so you can get to the end goal because you all are disciplined. And so it can bring balance. So we have the number 6. There's a choice to be made. There is some balance and harmony that you want to get towards to the goal possibly, but you're at that point where you're in fight mode. You ready to slay whoever's in your path so you can reach to the top. And then you also have homeward. Take yourself out on a date. And then there's also the number 6 up here at the top, which will be 42, but it'll be reduced down to the number 6. So, so we got 2 6s, 6 6. So you can all look that up during your leisure and see how that applies in your situation. So what I'm getting based on these 2 cards right now, you may be on the side of the spectrum where you're like, hey, I'm finna cut some people off so I can be able to get where I need to go. Or you may be on the side of the spectrum where it's time for you to nurture yourself, where you need to take your own self out on a date as a form of self-love, self-care. All right? So apply to your situation however it sees fit. All right? Okay, on to let's break down the cards. Let's break it on down. So, of course, the base, we have how can you all rely on your pre-existing structures in this Capricorn season. So it'll just be those 2 cards in general. All right, you just pick which side of the spectrum you think in your situation applies to you. Now, for the second card that we're going to clarify between these 2 cards is I'll be asking, where do Capricorns need to focus their energy in order to gain around this season? It says month, but of course I'm doing according to season. So where do the Capricorns need to focus their attention on in order to gain around this season? What does the Capricorns need to focus on this season? Oh, okay, all right. Okay, we got study. Spirit has its own special way of letting you know that it's time to study again. From time to time, it's important to go back and learn, whether that's learning old things in a new way or learning something totally new. This is an opportunity to expand your mind. So you may be in a state where it is a need for studying. And then hence we have accelerated motion with 8 of Wands energy. So I'm going to put this one on this side. And I'm going to put this one on this side. Because the Wands, it's very rapid. 8 of Wands is like rapid communication, accelerated motion. Whatever is coming in hot. At an infinite level, where you could be able to gain some form of success as you are possibly slaying anything or anyone that is in your way. And again, if you're on the flip side over here, while you are out on a date, tending to yourself, tending to self-love, self-care, of course, it'll be a great time to tap into some study along the way. Bottom of the deck, we have patience. So take your time. It don't have to be in a rush. Slow and steady wins the race. So I'm going to put that on the side over here. That is the Temperance. And this is Sagittarius energy as well. Because, oh yeah. Also, the number 5. 1 plus 4 equals 5. Changes. There's changes that is coming forth. So again, Capricorn season, Capricorns out there, whatever side of the spectrum you're on what you all need to focus your energy on in order to gain something around this season. You may be on this side where you're again slaying to get to the goal and it's going to happen fast, or you just cooling down, tending to yourself, nurturing yourself, to where you're interested in doing some research and tap into another form of study. And y'all are researchers as well. So it's right on the money with y'all. Okay, next, the third card is asking, how can the Capricorns be called to realize their potential? So let's go ahead and clarify that a little bit more. How can the Capricorns being called to realize their potential? Okay, we got deception and envy. So we got the 7 of Swords, and we have the transformation card, which is the death card in regular tarot. So, transformation. Let's see. Okay, so if you're on this side of the spectrum, you may be called as you're tending to yourself and tap into some studying. It can lead to a transformation or an ending of a situation, so you can begin that self-discovery path, getting to know yourself, because it is hard for you all to indulge in the fun festivities. It just depends on what your placement is in the chart. But however, if you're on this side of the spectrum, it could lead to some form of transformation. Hence, on the other side here, we have the 7 of Wands here. Not Wands, excuse me. 7 of Swords. So mentally, there could be some deception or some envy that is playing a part in this spectrum. Okay. So just be very strategic and choose wisely when you're in this mode here, Capricorns, okay? Now, on to the 4th card, whereas what obligations do you all need to let go of this month? So, let's go ahead and figure that out. What obligations do you all need to let go of this month? Oh gosh, that's too many. No ma'am. No, ma'am. What obligations do you all need to let go for this season? Oh, okay, we got emotional withdrawal. Thank goodness, only one card came out. So, emotional withdrawal is the fourth card. That is what I asked Spirit. What obligations do y'all need to let go? Let go of this season, and emotional withdrawal. So, and this is Eight of Cups. So emotionally, there is a need to release emotional withdrawal. Don't be so isolated within yourself to where it's hard for you to get out of that deception and envy energy, or don't as well as don't go so deep in the emotional withdrawal to where it's hard for you to release something in order to experience some wonderful transformation along your way. Let's go ahead and clarify that. And I got the deck backwards. Let's go ahead and clarify this. Clarify the Eight of Cups, please. That deals with emotional withdrawal. Clarify the Eight of... Okay, here we go. We got the Temperance card. The Temperance card is the Hierophant. If you're combining 1 plus 4 together, it equals 5. So that's Hierophant energy. And you see how I basically scripted this photo here of Temperance, basically giving and receiving. Not being afraid to fill each other's cup, or just knowing when to give and knowing when to receive. Like I said before, the Temperance card is Sagittarius energy that deals with adventure seeking, higher wisdom and truth, as well as optimism. So with this emotional withdrawal and the Temperance card clarifying that, is asking you all to connect with the divine and welcome messages that you receive. Hence, you see this person depicted in this picture that is basically sitting, while he is sitting on earth, he is willing and able to tap into his emotions, because water is dealing with emotions in regular tarot. And that way you can be able to be receptive to receive emotions. And keep in mind, Capricorns are cardinal yin polarity. Yin is dealing with receptive energy. So we're in the receptive season, okay? And of course, to surrender to the plans of the universe. So now is the perfect time to surrender to the plans of the universe, following through with the Four of Pentacles, so you can be generous and be conserving of your resources. Like I said, giving and receiving, knowing what to give, knowing to and be receptive to receive. And the Knight of Wands at the bottom of the deck, which is basically good news, could be on your way, and the support that you are needing can help you make progress if you've been having a delay or feeling stuck in a situation. So the Knight of Wands is basically swift energy, like, yeah, help is on this way, especially if you've been feeling like you're in that stuck energy. Okay, let's see, let's go on to the fifth card, where it's asking, how can the Capricorns find space to care for themselves? Let's see, how can the Capricorns find space to care for themselves? Another emotional card, y'all. Love begins. This is the Ace of Wands. So I see a rainbow in the background. Rainbow brings hope. So there's hope at the end of the tunnel, y'all. And there could be luck on your way as well. And then we also have the individual or just divine hands. And looks like there's two individuals. They each got their hand in unison with a cup, right? And they're pouring into the basically they're nurturing they're nurturing Mother Earth, or how I like to call Mother Earth, my dear Earth, equally unified, right? So equally pour yourself into the universe. Due to you all being a cardinal earth sign is the best way forward in doing so. Hence you do have this card here in the beginning. The young lady is going outside. She got her cup of tea, and looks like this is a hummingbird here. So don't be afraid to get out there and explore with Miss Mother Earth herself. Let's go ahead and clarify this love begins, because this is Ace of Cups. So this is like loving oneself. Love yourself. That's how you can tend to that. We got Two of Pentacles clarifying this card. Basically, choose between passion about choose between your passion, what you're passionate about, and what you think you should be doing. Okay? Because with the Two of Pentacles, is basically you're probably struggling between balancing life and work and home. Well, choose the path that feels right for you in regards to your passion than what you think you feel like you should be doing. Okay, and then following behind the card is the Page of Pentacles. That is childlike energy. In other words, asking you to stay focused and follow your gut. And the Six of Wands at the bottom, that's basically saying good news, and it's leveling up. It is success, and in all shapes and forms. So we got 666 energy. Don't be scared, okay? I'm on the light side of the spectrum of the 666, which is basically saying balance. But of course, you can all look up either the 66 energy or 666 energy in the light form, not the dark, because we don't play with the dark over here. It's all light. Okay? Now, at the bottom of the deck, we have awareness, which is the Magician card. So, you got two faded cards at the bottom. Awareness, you'll be able to bring awareness to yourself and be able to create with the divine at all costs. But just be sure along the way to have patience with yourself, because slow and steady wins the race. Okay? And lastly, to wrap it up, the soul lesson. So what will be the lesson that the Capricorns learn this season? What will be the lesson that the Capricorns learn this season? Failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. Bottom of the deck, gratitude. I am thankful for this life and opportunities that it presents. So you may have experienced some failure, or it's possible that you may feel like you are a failure, but be sure to show gratitude of all the things you have accomplished for this season, as well as this year, Capricorn, and following through into next year as well. And don't look as the failure as a mistake. Look for it as a blessing in disguise. And of course, make money from it if it makes you feel better, okay? So that's all that I have for you all. And let me see what the is that all? Is all? Since the new moon is gonna be in Capricorn, let me pull a card from the Queen of the Moon Oracle. Let's go ahead and do that, since the new moon is gonna be in Capricorn tomorrow, which will be the 23rd. I'm recording this on the 22nd of December 2022. Okay. So what is the new moon energy looking like? Pleasure. Ooh, number 18. Number 18 reduced down to number 9. Got a warning gibbous. Let's see. Look at that. Look at that image. It's so beautiful. It's like she is pouring her. I see butterflies. So there's some transformation going on. Of course, she has her. She's just very open. She's very receptive to this moon energy in this picture. So let's go ahead and see what's going on in here. It says, are you taking life too intensively or too seriously? Capricorns, y'all are too serious sometimes. Yes, my mother is a Capricorn. Happy birthday, Mom. The time has to come and the pleasures of life. Seek lightheartedness at this time. Focus on what will make you happy. Schedule and activities you find pleasurable. I open myself to the pleasures of life will be the statement for this card. In our search for a better life, something happened along the way. We forgot how to find real pleasure in what we do rather than just diverted from the everyday life can be overwhelming, and our rational mind seems to need every available minute of our time to be able to cope with its demands. Pleasure has taken the back seat. There is a pattern of now forming destructive tendencies such as binge drinking rather than simply having a wine or two with friends. A big part of pleasure is letting go. This does not mean surrendering or giving up. It simply means handing over all our administrative stress and worries for time and immersion ourselves in something joyful. When we don't allow ourselves to experience pleasure, whether in the form of laughter, play, sensuality, or development of the skills, we remain less than whole and feel a wanting. No fun actually makes us dull indeed. Over time, we are much less effective in our emotional and work lives if we do not experience regular doses of pleasure. Our ancient ancestors knew the importance of pleasure in forming a healthy mind, body, and spirit. There were gods and goddesses dedicated to happiness and the pleasure of life, such as Egyptian goddess Hathor. The temples of Hathor were joyful places full of song and beauty. There were even small temples placed in her honor outside of major deities' temples so that people could be in a happy and contented mental mood before entering to worship. The Egyptians clearly believed that having a positive or relaxed state of mind assisted in having a positive spiritual connection. And companion stone or metal is turquoise. And oh my gosh, turquoise is your healing stone. And I believe it's your birthstone, Capricorn, if I'm not mistaken, because I read it in the self-care book. And that will be in a whole nother video in itself. So this card is very fitting for y'all for this season, Capricorns. It all comes full circle. I'll explain it in another video. Other than that, this definitely concludes the reading. This is a great way to conclude it. Thank you all for tuning in. Don't forget to leave a comment down below of your thoughts and your opinions and how this message resonates for you. Be sure to like the video if you haven't done so already. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit that notification bell so you know the next time I upload a video. And always remember to love thyself, know thyself, soothe thyself so you can heal thyself. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.